Hey there, bookworms and history buffs, welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the bizarre and fascinating lives of some of the weirdest people from ancient and medieval times. You know, history is full of fascinating figures, but some individuals just stand out for their unusual habits, eccentric personalities, and downright bizarre behavior. Get ready for some jaw-dropping stories, because we're about to uncover the lives of rulers, mystics, and historical figures who were anything but ordinary. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Let's take a second to appreciate the weird. What's life without a little peculiarity, right? The world would be boring if everyone was the same. It's the quirks that make history fascinating. Sometimes those weird traits hid impressive talents. We're here to celebrate the weirdness, dive into the lives of eccentric, bizarre figures in history. Okay, before we jump into our list, we need to establish some ground rules. How exactly do we define weird in the context of history? After all, what might seem strange to us today could have been perfectly normal back then. So, for the sake of our historical deep dive, we're going to focus on individuals who displayed behavior that was considered out of the ordinary, even for their own time. These are people who raised eyebrows, sparked rumors, and left historians scratching their heads for centuries. We're talking about actions that went beyond mere eccentricity and ventured into the realm of the truly bizarre, the shocking, or the downright unbelievable. So, buckle up, because we're about to meet some individuals who took weird to a whole new level. First up, we have Emperor Nero, the ruler who's become synonymous with tyranny and extravagance. Nero's antics are legendary, and whether you believe all the accounts or not, there's no denying he was a colorful character. One of the most famous stories about Nero is his alleged reaction to the Great Fire of Rome in 64 AD. Legend has it that as the city burned, Nero, an aspiring artist, fiddled, literally or metaphorically, while Rome went up in flames. Now, historians debate whether this actually happened, but the image of Nero calmly playing music while his city burned has become a symbol of his alleged cruelty and indifference. But Nero's eccentricities didn't stop there. He was known for his lavish spending, his love of the arts, and his rather unusual taste in entertainment. Next up is Caligula, another Roman emperor who earned himself a reputation for being, shall we say, a bit unhinged. Caligula, whose full name was Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, ruled from AD 37 to AD 41. His short reign was filled with stories that have fascinated historians and the public alike for centuries. Caligula's reign was marked by stories of cruelty, paranoia, and some truly bizarre behavior. He was known for his extravagant spending, which drained the Roman treasury, and his erratic decisions that left many questioning his sanity. His actions were so extreme that they have become legendary. One of the most infamous tales about Caligula involves his horse, Incitatus. This horse wasn't just any horse, it was treated with the utmost luxury. Incitatus had a marble stall, an ivory manger, purple blankets, and even a collar of precious stones. According to some accounts, Caligula loved this horse so much that he appointed it to the Roman Senate and even tried to make it a consul. This act was either a sign of his madness or a deliberate attempt to mock the Roman Senate, showing his disdain for the political establishment. Now, whether this was a sign of madness or simply a way for Caligula to mock the Roman Senate is up for debate. Some historians believe it was a calculated move to demonstrate his absolute power and control over Rome, while others see it as evidence of his deteriorating mental state. But it's clear that Caligula's actions, whether motivated by cruelty, insanity, or a twisted sense of humor, left a lasting mark on Roman history. His reign is often cited as an example of the dangers of absolute power and the potential for it to corrupt absolutely. His reign serves as a reminder that absolute power, especially when combined with a healthy dose of weird, can have some pretty wild consequences. Caligula's story continues to be a topic of fascination and debate, illustrating the thin line between genius and madness in the annals of history. Now let's fast forward a few centuries and journey to early 20th century Russia, a time of great social and political upheaval. The streets were bustling with activity, and the air was thick with the tension of impending change. Here, we meet Grigory Rasputin, a Siberian mystic who rose to prominence through his influence over the Russian royal family, specifically Tsarina Alexandra. Rasputin's journey from a humble peasant to a figure of immense power is nothing short of extraordinary. Rasputin cultivated an aura of mystery and spiritual power, drawing followers who believed in his supposed divine gifts. His piercing eyes and enigmatic presence only added to his mystique. Claiming to have healing abilities, Rasputin offered advice on matters of state and personal health. His reputation as a healer grew, especially after he seemingly alleviated the suffering of the Tsarina's son, Alexei, who was afflicted with hemophilia. However, his behavior was often considered scandalous and erratic, even by the standards of the Russian court. His unpredictable actions and controversial lifestyle raised many eyebrows. The Russian nobility was both fascinated and horrified by Rasputin. His presence in the court was a constant source of gossip and speculation. Rumors swirled about his alleged sexual escapades, further fueling the fire of controversy. Stories of his liaisons with women of the court and beyond were the talk of the town. His consumption of large amounts of alcohol and his participation in strange rituals only added to his notorious reputation. These behaviors were seen as both a sign of his mysticism and his madness. Despite the controversies, Rasputin retained his hold over the Tsarina, who believed he was the only one who could heal her hemophiliac son, Alexei. Her unwavering faith in Rasputin's abilities made him an indispensable figure in her life. Alexei's condition was a closely guarded secret, and Rasputin's apparent success in easing his pain only solidified his position within the royal family. The Tsarina's reliance on Rasputin was both a source of strength and vulnerability. This influence, combined with his eccentric behavior, made Rasputin a polarizing figure in Russian history. His actions and the reactions they provoked were a constant source of tension. Rasputin's presence in the court led to a divided opinion among the Russian people. Some saw him as a holy man with divine powers, while others viewed him as a mad monk who was leading the country to ruin. Both revered and reviled for his mysterious powers and his role in the events that led to the fall of the Romanov dynasty, Rasputin remains one of the most enigmatic and controversial figures in Russian history. His legacy is a testament to the complex interplay of power, faith, and intrigue in the twilight of Imperial Russia. Let's journey back to medieval times, a period filled with knights, castles, and epic battles, and meet Vlad III, better known as Vlad the Impaler, the ruler of Wallachia, in present-day Romania. Vlad was a complex figure, both feared and respected by his contemporaries. He's become infamous for his brutal methods of punishment, which were designed to instill fear and maintain order. Vlad's name is forever linked to the gruesome practice of impalement, a method of torture and execution that he used with terrifying efficiency. This method involved driving a stake through the victim's body, often leaving them to die slowly in excruciating pain. While impalement was not unheard of in medieval warfare, Vlad took it to a whole new level, using it as a psychological weapon to deter his enemies and control his subjects. His reign was marked by numerous conflicts, and he used impalement as a means to send a clear message to those who opposed him. Vlad's methods were so extreme that they earned him a reputation for cruelty that spread throughout Europe. His actions were both feared and condemned, but they were also effective in maintaining his power. Stories of Vlad's brutality are the stuff of legends. These tales have been passed down through generations, often becoming more exaggerated with each retelling. It's said that he once had a forest of impaled Ottoman soldiers erected as a warning to his enemies. This gruesome display was meant to demonstrate his power and deter any would-be invaders. Whether these tales are entirely true or exaggerated over time, there's no doubt that Vlad the Impaler was a ruler who knew how to make a lasting, albeit gruesome, impression. His legacy is a complex one, blending historical fact with myth and legend. Vlad's story serves as a reminder of the brutal realities of medieval power struggles and the lengths to which rulers would go to secure their reigns. In the end, Vlad the Impaler remains one of history's most notorious figures, a ruler whose name is synonymous with cruelty and a dark chapter in the annals of medieval Europe. Meet Elagabalus, an emperor whose reign was marked by religious controversy and gender fluidity. He introduced the Syrian sun god Elagabal to Rome, replacing Jupiter as the supreme deity. Senators were forced into elaborate rituals. Elagabalus disregarded traditional gender roles, wearing makeup and wigs, and preferred to be addressed as empress. His behavior scandalized the elite, leading to his assassination at 18. So there you have it, a glimpse into the lives of some of the weirdest figures in ancient and medieval times. From emperors with unusual hobbies to mystics with questionable practices, these individuals remind us that history is full of surprises. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating historical content. See you next time, and keep exploring the weird side of history.